What you got there? Dude, pop the hood. Pop the hood right now. Do it. Ooh, 2JZ. No shit. What's happening, everybody? You know how much I like these diecast models. I always buy them. I like to get the ones that I usually tend to like as far as cars that I would like to own myself. Or cars that I have owned in the past. So here we have a 1/18 scale. This is my favorite scale. The 1/18 scale is my favorite. And this one is by Maisto. And I think the Maisto brand is probably the best bang for your buck. If you look at the Kyosho, or if that's how you pronounce it, or the Auto Art, they tend to be a lot more expensive. The Maisto are usually retail value around $40 to $50. You usually can get them for about $12 to $15. Either one of the major box stores like Sam's Clubs, Costco, or BJ's, those type of stores, or online. So very good deal. You can see the different brands that they have licensing for. Special edition. Usually they typically have three different editions. They have the Premier Edition, Special Edition, and the Assembly line. I usually get the Special Edition, although I've had a Assembly line. It's pretty cool that you can put it together yourself. More work than I need, given if you don't have a whole lot of time. Probably not the right thing to do to be putting them together. But so let's crack this box open and let's see what it looks like inside. So usually when I'm opening a box, I'm very careful. I keep all my boxes. I don't like to see the cars in the box. I like to see them out of the box and off that plastic podium, or whatever you want to call that base that they add to them. I like to see the car all by itself, but I always like to keep the boxes. So whenever I'm opening it, I'm very careful not to break it or anything like that. Just take this out. Just making sure that you don't rip everything apart. Just box to the side. There you have it. It's looking pretty good quality, if you ask me. Auto Art will probably be your best quality, but you'll be paying usually 5 times or more the price. So even if you go by eBay or whatever. So like I said, I like my cars off the mounts. You can see here what happens is they come mounted with 2 screws at the bottom. Okay, so we're going to take these 2 screws out to release the car from this mount. And what I like to do is I keep the screws back in. I put them back in because I don't want to lose them. If ever I want to put them back in on that podium or that mount, then I can do that. And what I try to do is I try not to screw them in all the way, because you can see here the actual screw, it's longer than the thread, so you can actually do some damage to the car if you screw it all the way in. But I don't like it to be dancing like this either, so I try to find the balance where it's going to fit without breaking anything, but it's not going to be rubbing all over the floor either. Okay, alright, so that's pretty much all the way in, almost. And this, again, what I'll do is I'll put this inside the box. So there you have it. Pretty nice looking. Next step is to remove the safety tape that they put on it, so that the doors don't open and things like that. So usually you have this little rubber piece here. It's like a rubber band that holds the trunk and the hood. So find an empty space where you can put your scissors, knife, or whatever in there. Sometimes works better to turn it around. Cut this up. So there you have it. Again, pretty good quality, and to me probably the best bang for your buck. Doors can open. The hood can open as well on this model. Sometimes a little bit difficult to get your nails in there. Just flip it around and go like this. You can see the hood and plenty of engine detail actually, which is pretty cool. You can see the tail lights, a lot of the very small details. Just to compare, let me grab my Kyosho Supra here and put it into the frame. It's pretty dirty, but so instantly you can tell that the Supra is a lot heavier. It's got a lot more detail. For instance, the carpet inside, it's actually carpet as opposed to this one where you actually have, you know, it's basically just plastic. You probably cannot see it too well because of lighting, but it's just plastic. But you know, overall, if you're standing a foot or 2 feet away from it, it's really hard to pick up on all the minor details. So obviously this is going to be a lot heavier and more detailed. Oh, spoilers. This is the aero adjustable spoilers that the Supras came with. So it's got a lot of detail, right, that maybe the Maisto, or however you pronounce it, doesn't have. But overall, very good bang for your buck. So going back to the GTR, as you can see, suspension and steering, it's all adequate and functional. Suspension in the back, not so much on this model. Usually they're pretty good with that. A lot of detail on the inside. Trunk, all the labels are appropriate. Underneath as well, not so much detail, but there's some. On the inside, you can see the doors are somewhat detailed. It's got enough to identify that this is a GTR. Looks pretty good in my opinion. This specific model cost me $14 plus tax here in the US, which I think it's a very nice, it's a very good deal, right, for what it is. As you can see, exhaust and all the minor details are there. Great value, great value.